barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Never turn my back on my guys when they need me. Gotta get.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Green Bay Packers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25.
On the ready.
Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
Ready.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Packers at 10-2 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now Love. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here we go, set. Black shot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 34.
Stay 50.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. first down. Stafford here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now here's a throw. It's complete. Powers ahead at the 45. They get 14. Now to a 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the run right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one will be touched down right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get up. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Stafford. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Alert!
Off of play action, here's Stafford. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing is Stanford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
And middle. 53, ready. 21. 70.
Here's Stanford. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
11.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. It's Eckler again. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Stafford. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Love. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And he's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Okay, break.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Ready?
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Ready.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Okay, ready?
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Hut, hut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Here we go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going back to Love.
Finds his receiver, Watson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me 4. It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
He's brought down, and remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Stafford on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is a counter play, Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stafford.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Ready.
1st down, Love to pass. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Love now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
He's got it. The tight end, Allen. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Stafford.
To the right side and complete to Atwell.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Rams.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Ambry Thomas up to make the play defensively.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and the route is on. It's 24-0.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Let's go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ready?
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Love from the gun on 3rd down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, it's Dawson, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken around the 12. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Love. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Ready.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
A 2nd down throw for Love. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out to the left here to Reed. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. On play action. Love to throw. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
To the air again, Love. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Come on.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Off the play fake, Love. Eluding the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
On the double.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now with third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Red, cycle. Striker, 3-3. Blaster, 6. Cut.
Love to throw for it on fourth. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Big 20. Drill right, 22. 53, ready.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Up the middle with Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Dawson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 4th down, Rams bring on Sam Sloman. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick here is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
On the ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Rams' 34-yard line.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Terry McLaurin from 19 yards away. And the Packers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Stafford going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And 6 yards to go.
Ready.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Zebra.
Stafford. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Love wants to shift things around.
Ultra. Go ultra. Stay.
After the sack on 1st down, Love under pressure, and they got to him again. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
It's now 3rd down.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
One last shot now for Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the LA Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense.